Welcome back to Superior Sunrise. With me now, Tyler Holland, the Superior Land Network. Thanks so much for coming on. You know, we get to talk a lot about the market with cattle every day, and we've been talking about yesterday with Danny Jones, new changes coming up, talking about what's new and what's happening with the Superior Land Network right now.
You bet. So it's good to be here. Thanks for having us. You may have seen us on TV and the internet and gotten some emails from us. We've kicked off a big kind of nationwide marketing campaign, really focusing on land auctions specifically, and how that method of marketing, no different than cattle or anything else, is arguably the best way to maximize the value that you're getting for what you're selling. And so we've been busy with that. You'll see us on the American Rancher, filmed an episode recently. It airs on July 25th. Then working with our new auctioneer, Steve Friskup. A lot of people know in the horse industry. He's a longtime horse auctioneer, and excited for him bringing his knowledge of just the auction method of marketing to the land auction business.
Yep, Steve was just on. He was on Sunrise a few shows back, talking about coming on, and that's very, very exciting to have him on. He's a great auctioneer and a great person to have up front. But looking at the real estate market. Anytime you get on the news, there is some story about what's happening with commercial real estate in town. In ag real estate specifically, what's the pulse on that market right now?
Absolutely. So, go back a couple of years ago or so, and at the time we thought, man, surely these prices won't get any higher than this. And as most people have seen around the country, it just kept going and kept going and kept going, and it brought just some crazy values. We sold about 20,000 acres or so of farmland, mostly, and ranch land in the through Superior Land Auction last year, and blew away our wildest expectations of what we kind of told the sellers, here's what we think it'll bring. And so anyway, it's been really hot. You would think with rising interest rates, and things of that nature, input costs rising, we expect there will be some softening in demand, but not really prices. It may flatten a little bit. Who knows? We don't expect it to slow down anytime soon.
You mentioned there at the beginning about how the auction method really is a superior way to sell. I know a lot of people in this room are very familiar with buying real estate by the auction, but there are a lot of people unfamiliar with it. When you're talking to a buyer or a seller, why is selling real estate by auction the best method to use?
Sure. So it's good for sellers in that you can kind of control your circumstances a little bit. You can control your reserve price. You can control the timing of it, arrange your affairs, what have you. But really, from a value perspective, it's bringing a ton of a full court press marketing campaign to bring as many buyers to the table all at once. No different than a cattle auction, right? And through that, you're creating demand and increasing the price or the value that the seller will realize through that. The buyers know that they're not going to get another shot at this, and they don't want their neighbor to get it. So that, and just there's a huge increase in kind of investor demand for farm and ranch land, and so we're biased, of course, but it's certainly a good way to maximize the value for what ag land you're selling.
Well, we're almost out of time, but tell us real quick, what's the next Superior Land Auction that's coming up? Yeah,
so we're doing a neat one in West Texas, all over West Texas, a commercial, undeveloped commercial land auction, which is a little bit outside of our wheelhouse, but we think we'll handle it okay. And so it's a neat opportunity to, West Texas, Amarillo specifically, is growing and booming, and we expect to have buyers not only locally in West Texas, but even around the country come be a part of this auction.
Well, thank you so much for coming on. Good luck at your upcoming auction. Stay with us. Charlie Cummings joins us to close out the show.